Get away for lunch in the quaint atmosphere of Burdett's Tea Shop. Nestled in the middle of historic downtown Springfield, enjoy signature sandwiches and freshly made soups and delectable desserts. And then shop an array of gift selections like serving pieces, aprons, books, jewelry, and wonderful seasonal whimsies. We're easy to find in Springfield on the corner of 7th Avenue and Main Street. We're open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 2:30. For more information, see a link to our Facebook page below this video.
And thank you for taking the time to meet with Smokey Barn News this afternoon, Bill.
Thank you for asking to come by.
You've reached out to the county for more money, Bill. You're looking to increase the size of your budget, and you'd like to spend the money primarily on three things. A, you're spending thousands training your staff, only to find that they're being recruited by other agencies that can offer them more money, and you'd like to improve your compensation packages. B, you need more deputies. Crime has increased, the population of Robertson County has grown, but your staff has not. And C, you need more vehicles.
All of that is correct. We've been, over the last several years, we have continually asked for an increase in manpower, an increase in our fleet, which has become an aging fleet. The economy has not been the best in the world. Our patrol division has not increased since 1998, and our calls have grown. The county's grown by 30%. Our calls for service has grown more than 41%, and we're still trying to do it with the same number of people that we had then. Many days in the size of this county, which is 476 square miles, trying to serve about 70,000 people, we only have 3 people on the road. We have warrant pickups, we have to take people to mental hospitals, we have warrant transports, which carries officers out of the county. We do the best we can to keep 3 at all times, but by the time you do vacations, you have people sick, you have people out for medical leave, and training. We're continually in a training mode, so we're always 1 or 2 short completely in the road division. And we've been trying to do the best. Much of the increase in the budget over the past years has been due to things that needed to be addressed in the correctional facility down there. The jail has gotten a lot of the attention. We're one of the premier jails down in the state of Tennessee. We're bringing in about almost $5 million a year in revenue that goes into the general fund to help offset the cost of running government. If to put it in one sense, you could say that the jail is making the payment on the jail, which is about $4.1 million a year is the payment on it, on the note, and then with about $500,000 or $600,000 left over that goes into the general fund if you wanted to divide the money up that way. However, the public deserves to have a reliable and timely response from law enforcement. Never has law enforcement been in such a challenge as it is today. Never has it been so dangerous as it is today. We have to send 2 cars on every domestic violence call. Every 911 hang-up call, even dialing the wrong number, requires a response from an officer to go and knock on the door to make sure that everybody, whoever made that number, is really true safe. And even though they say there's nothing to it, they could be under duress, and we have no way of knowing that. So even the wrong number calls still have to be answered to come into the 911. As you know, we did a violent crime initiative here in the early part of last year. We continue to do that. The violent crime is on the rise, as you noted, in Springfield. We're addressing it with the Springfield Police Department on a daily basis, trying to augment them. They're short of personnel also. And our narcotics officers work inside the city almost every day on a daily basis, because that's the origin of our narcotics that goes out into the county and is responsible for the burglaries and the crime that happens in the county, is based on the drug trade, where they're coming in here buying their drugs. They have to have money in order to do that, or they're training goods that are stolen in the county and trading them for drugs here within the city. So we spend most of our time within the city trying to augment their 2 officers working as a task force to try and do this. It is ever and challenging, and as you noted, there's been a violent crime spree here going on, and we're all addressing it. The police department's addressing it. There's just not enough of us to go around. and as growth comes, so the good growth comes, but with the good growth also comes the bad growth.
As far as deputies go, what has your attrition rate been looking like, Bill? Can you give us some numbers?
Well, counting corrections in here over the 5 years, we've lost a little over 80 people. And as we've talked before about the cost of training, and by the time you send somebody to the academy, and by the time you bring them back and put them out here for 12 weeks, then you're spending half the FTO officer's time, the officer's time that's being trained, plus half the officer that's training them who do their time in training. Then every officer here has to go through 40 hours. Every officer that works for the sheriff's office has to go through 40 hours of training a year. Then we're also sending officers to specialized school in order to force some of the laws, any interdiction laws, the DUI laws, require specific type of expert training. So we train the trainers, we try and bring them back and train our people. So we're continually in a training mode and have several people out every month into the training issue. So.
Well, as you know, Bill, nothing's free. So how much money are you looking for, and where would this money be coming from?
Well, it's what we're asking for. The tax rate is 9.5 cents on the tax rate, which would figure out to be somewhere about $100,000 house, $24 a year, $200,000, double that. So just say 25 is easy round number. 25, 100,000, 50 for 200,000, and on up in just $50 increments is a good way to do that, to figure that. So on the 100. It's not much. You know, we brought in $19.5 million in 5 years, money back into the county budget. The money right now bringing in represents 34%, 34 cents on tax rate right now that we bring in every year. That's how much taxes it would cost to replace that if you didn't have that kind of income coming in to our budget. The county commission has been good to us. They've done the best they could with what they have, and we've made concessions every year, and that's the reason we're in the shape we're in now. The patrol division has gotten neglected, and we've talked about pay plans in the past, and there's been talk in the county commission about addressing pay plans, emergency services pay plans, because of our attrition, because of the training requirements. We train people up, and by all figures that I'm aware of over my career, it takes about 5 years for an officer to be proficient, and that's, you know, to get out to where he can make all the decisions on his own and do that. We're a young department, and we continue to try and keep our deputies, try and keep the best we can, and we're trying to give them a future to make them want to stay here, have a career. And that's the basis for the pay plan, which is part of the increases, figuring out a way to give them a future. They can see out in the future. They can actually see it on a piece of paper that if they stay here long enough, this is their potential earning thing, not counting the cost of living. This is strictly a pay. Cost of living is something completely different. And right now we're behind the curve on the cost of living. We're way behind the curve on what the other agencies around are paying their people. We understand we can't put people where they belong on a pay plan based on how many years they've been here, but we got to put them somewhere. So we tried to find the medium based on our county's pay plan, which is not funded. We have a pay plan, but it's never been funded. So we're trying to keep people put them into a pay plan with some type of a future at a lower level than what they really should be anyway, but it gives them a future.
Bill, you said that you lost over 80 personnel over a 5-year period. Do you have any tracking statistics? Do you know where they went after they left the Robertson County Sheriff's Office?
Not all of them. Of course, some of them were terminated, and the others have moved on to bigger and better jobs for either other law enforcement or to other companies that pay more or have some type of progression for them and their benefits. One of the things that we're concerned about right now is the Beretta factory going in, and word's going around through law enforcement that those positions are going to be open. And I don't want to advertise it, but they already know it, so I'm not saying something my people don't already know. I'm just hoping that we can encourage them to stay here and be good employees. And Of course, our employees are our most valuable asset. The newest person that comes to work here is just as important as anybody that's been here 20 or 30 years. That's how much we value them, and it's time to try and give them a future. So this was a year. I know tax increases are not popular. It's not a great thing to do, but never has law enforcement been under such fire across this country. Never has it been so dangerous to be a law enforcement officer anywhere in the country, and we're no different from any other small town or large town anywhere. I just don't want to wait and for it to happen here and then turn around and say, well, you know, I wish that I had those people that I asked for. I'd like an ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure, and I don't want something bad to happen here. Not saying that just because I get a few more people is going to keep that from happening, because every traffic stop every day by any officer anywhere is just as dangerous. So whether he's got one person or two people, but at least it gives them about a 20-25% better chance if they've got one more person with them than if they were there by themselves. So our law enforcement and jail workhouse committee, all of those that were present voted unanimously to support a tax increase. I've been talking to commissioners. Nobody wants to raise taxes, but I've been getting a great response from them, and I hate that we're in this position, but time has come where I feel like that I was elected by the people to represent and support all the people and to provide them with a level of service and a response, and they deserve nothing less regardless of who they are or what they've done. And I just don't have the resources presently to live up to that commitment, which I was sworn and elected to do.
If you're looking for new furniture, there's no reason to drive for miles. Stewart Williams Furniture is conveniently located in the heart of Springfield on Memorial Boulevard with over 30,000 square feet of fine furnishings. We have over 90 years of experience and carry major brands like Ashley, Lazy Boy, Lane, Hillsdale, Frigidaire, and many more. Our friendly professional staff is ready to help you with all of your questions. We know the importance of finding the right price in the right wood, color, fabric, and design. We also offer financing to make your purchase a little easier on your budget. Are the kids in need of a new bed? Maybe Dad needs a new recliner to unwind after a long day. Or is it time to spring for that new flat-screen TV you've always wanted? We guarantee competitive prices, the best brand names with professional delivery and installation. So remember, at Stewart Williams, customer satisfaction is our top priority. So come see us today.